ain't seen real. I ain't seen real problems since tripping off grades. I just be making up different reasons for my nieces. From my way I pick enough to keep it up, but ain't no thing straight. Cause ain't no reason for this money to stay. Like what you want, what you want. I got Jesus giving money, what you want. I've been sitting and pitching this for a reason to cry. So I'ma say yeah, I love you, but keep a look on my eye. Cause I can never really want you unless it's money or pride. So when I say I really love you, boy, just know it's a lie. Like I ain't mean it, I ain't mean it. I just need another reason for a sequence. Another bag, another season, another description, another feeling. Boy, got a game a lot, but I keep.
Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Okay, now drop your bag, sass. I've been here from the start. A little snapback, homie, with a plug in his heart. Took these Billy Strum cards and now they rip me apart. Now they run around in circles like them kids in the park. Not afraid of the dark, there ain't no monster inside. I pray to Jesus Christ, homie, they just keep me alive. Why you keep it 53? Cause I've been wrestling with pride. I try to keep it like I'm Texas, got the stop on my side. Girl, you know I'm a saint, so why you giving me hell? My uncle back up on the block and now they begging for bail. He always calling me for paper cause he know I'm the trail. Now I'm eating my McDonald's, I was fresh out of jail. Now I made it out of chunk, at least I know I'm up, boy, thump. Like my neighbor's jumping up a pum, boy, I bump. In that Billy Strong, he ain't know him.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Two of the 7 contenders for the Lamar Hunt Trophy are set, and we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Stroud from the pistol. Going deep right away. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. And there it is, partner. Tough to resist starting the game with a deep shot. I know you know that. It is aggressive, but also very high risk, high reward.
It is, Kate, and you know as an offensive player, especially as a quarterback, you go to bed that night, these plays are scripted. You're going to come out, you're going to take a shot. There you got to show a little restraint. If it's not there and that defense has the awareness they just did, boy, you got to be real careful to not give them an opportunity to do what they just did and make a huge play defensively.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for first down. Throwing now from the gun. Double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. And the Texans are able to get this back up to their own 15-yard line. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. The caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Stroud now on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Running for it, Mixon. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
Man, what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground, to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They'll throw it. Has it at the 7. That's a Cleveland touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, hey. Hey, uno.
They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on first. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Working quickly here. 2nd and 3. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here. On play action, here's Stroud. Buying some time right. He connects downfield on 4. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Mixon will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal. We've reached the end of the first quarter. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score.
2J.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. Flushed out of the pocket. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Robin. Buggy. 19 Texas.
From the gun, Stroud. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. He's going to throw this one into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. They'll come up 1st and 10. That's Tillman, he's got it. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 23. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throw wheeled in by Njoku. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw it again. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Still sticking with the passing game. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Gronk, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Throwing from the gun here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They send Tillman in motion right. On 2nd and 12 now. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
All right.
Throwing now, off play action. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this up close to the 40 before going out. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Buys time, rolling right. He can run it. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go. Let's go. Tonight.
They're going play action. Vacates quickly left side. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. 1st down, ball at the 36.
All right.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He rolls to his right. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. It's Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here he is on 3rd and long. Has his man. It's Mixon. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. With this kick, we're back underway, a spot in the divisional round on the line. Here's a return from the 7. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this 2nd half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Browns are lined up to punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be Texans football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ow, but tonight.
A give to Mixon up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Oh, hey. Why Tony? Tonight.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Forced out to his right. Complete to Dell.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down.
Tonight.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line.
Here we go. Tonight.
He's back to throw. Buying some time left. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first.
What?
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Finds him over the middle. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Here we go. Tonight.
2nd and 6 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Hey, uno more. Tonight.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing it to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Escapes a defense. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And this return will reach the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns picked up the fumble and ran it home. David Njoku, the touchdown. PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Pass caught by Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the intended receiver. So it's 2nd down coming up.
On the quick, right?
Back to throw, Stroud. He's on the move. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Trying to force one through there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Level. Parky. Hey, uno. Nike taxi.
They're going for this. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Jerome Baker has it. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it right too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Running it now out of the gun. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a 1st. Motioning him from the slot right. The give now out of the shotgun. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. On the move, headed right. Throwing deep for the end zone. Big gain downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Oh, ready. Set.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Whoa.
At the 39-yard line.
2nd and 1. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Look at hot.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Chased out to his right. Schultz with the catch. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Why Tony?
1st down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate. It just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back. Nowhere to go.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. Couldn't bring it in over the middle, incomplete.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And somehow he manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before going down. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that brings up 4th and long. The Browns are lining up to punt. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On play action, here's Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond that 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Stroud from the pistol. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Browns have the football at what looks to be the 37-yard line.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his third strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hey, let's go now.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And you never want to count out those wild